I'm going to admit, Jonathan Byers is one of my least favorite characters. He's not Steve. He never will be Steve. And Nancy should be with Steve. Let's just get that out there right now. Okay? Hey everyone, how's it going? Duty here. I'm back with a new video. We're going to be looking at Stranger Things Series 5 theories. Now, if you cast all the way back to 2022, I did lots of theory videos between Season 4's, like, mid-season end and their final 2 episodes, which absolutely blew my mind. I love Stranger Things. It helped me get that silver plaque. I want to look into theories today because I've recently rewatched Season 4. The teaser for Season 5 has come out, and I just can't wait, personally. So, let's take a look at some theories. Okay, so let's start with some theories from radiotimes.com. We're going to read the theory, and I'm going to give my kind of opinion on it and whether I think it's going to happen or not, things like that. Like I say, I said I rewatched Season 4. I actually rewatched Season 1, 2, 3, and 4 recently. I just absolutely love Stranger Things. Okay, so 5 Stranger Things Season 5 theories after first look teaser from major death to cliffhanger ending. The end is near. The preparations have been made, the battle awaits, and the end is near. Stranger Things Season 5 is almost here. Netflix has officially released the first teaser trailer for the final season of its wildly popular sci-fi hit, and it's given us a lot of clues and theories, fuel for what's set to happen. Okay, Jonathan Byers is not long for this world. There's a reason it's a popular theory following the trailer. The biggest vibe we're getting is that Jonathan Byers is about to bite the dust. Jonathan is barely present in the newly released teaser, but when he does appear, the emotions are incredibly heightened. Not long after, Jonathan looks into Nancy's eyes and tells her this thing, it ties us together forever. We see Nancy sobbing in a mirror, washing blood off her hands, a clear symbol for guilt. In that moment, has she just witnessed Jonathan's death and been unable to stop it? Very possible. While many believe that fan favourite Steve Harrington will instead be killed off, Jonathan's death could actually have a bigger emotional hit. Imagine the impact on Nancy and on Joyce, who will have all but lost 2 sons over the course of the show. Netflix, our hearts are in your hands. Okay, got a lot of thoughts on this. I'm going to admit, Jonathan Byers is one of my least favourite characters. He's not Steve. He never will be Steve. And Nancy should be with Steve. Let's just get that out there right now. Okay? Obviously, I get the sentiment of the impact on Joyce, who will have all but lost 2 sons over the course of the show. Obviously, you know, Joyce has been through the ringer when it comes to, you know, her son being taken to the upside down and then being possessed and just still being possessed. And I think there's definitely going to be a theory, I guarantee it, on him being a sleeper agent for Vecna. Okay, I can almost... And I reckon that's possibly the route that they're going to go. But I reckon it's going to be like a double-double. Anyway, we're getting into future theories here. Could Jonathan die? Absolutely. Will it be more emotionally impactful than Steve dying? No. Let me tell you. Okay? Obviously, the finale of Stranger Things is New Year's Eve. I ain't got any plans for New Year's Eve. I certainly don't now, because I'm going to be watching Stranger Things. If Steve dies on the final day of 2025, I'm writing 2026 off. I don't care. 2026 will be a shit year, because we're going into it without Steve. If Steve dies, I will be absolutely devastated. But watching back, obviously Season 1 is a completely different character. But into Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, his character arc is fantastic. He's obviously the babysitter and all that sort of stuff. He looks after the kids. As much as I don't want Steve to die, let's face it, he's going to sacrifice himself to save the kids. It's on the cards, and I just don't want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. Will Jonathan die? Quite possibly. I'm sure it will be sad if he does, but like I say, it's just not up there for me. I mean, where it says here, where it's like, oh, he's not in the trailer much. I mean, he was barely in Season 4, really. It was more just like Argyle kind of running the show to get him from A to B, and then him just kind of being stoned, you know? Will Jonathan die? Maybe. Maybe. Will I care? maybe not. The vanishing of Holly Wheeler. Holly Wheeler, younger sister of Nancy and Mike, Finn Wolfhard, is about to have a much bigger role than we've seen before. She was recast for season 5, now being played by Nell Fisher, which in itself is enough to indicate that she is going to have a bigger role. Interesting. But she's also seen multiple times in the new trailer. When the episode titles were previously revealed, one was redacted, simply reading The Vanishing Of. It's now widely speculated that this episode will be called The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. Her terror in the trailer surely points to a run-in with Vecna, with her mother Karen desperately trying to protect her. At one point throwing both of them underwater, perhaps in order to hide. While Mike and Nancy are distracted, will Vecna kidnap the youngest member of the family, and will she get out alive? Interesting. Although she's not a new character, but Stranger Things has a habit of introducing a character for a season and killing them. Would they kill have they killed children in Stranger Things? Have they killed children in Stranger Things? Jesus Christ, the opening of season 4 is literally a load of children being mutilated. What am I talking about? Yeah, I don't really have much feeling for this one. I think it would be better if they just focused on the characters they've established rather than the younger sister who's kind of been in the background. I like that they're giving the mum a little bit, potentially a deeper role than just kind of fancying Billy. But yeah, don't really have much thought on this one. I'm going to be honest. Let me know in the comments what you think. Oh, Eddie won't be resurrected, but will have a role beyond the grave. Yeah, this was huge in the teaser. Eddie Munson's grave of burn in hell written on it. One of the most devastating deaths so far in Stranger Things. Oh man, when Eddie Munson says he didn't run away this time, oh man, it's actually making me tear up. When he said he didn't run this time, Jesus Christ. And then, you know, when everyone is obviously thinking that Eddie's a monster, and then there's the scene where his uncle's just being told what a good person he actually was, and if people just knew him, they would understand that. Oh, jeez, powerful stuff, man. Dustin absolutely fucking kills that last scene, by the way, when he's explaining to his uncle just how important and how special Eddie was, and how he gave his life to protect the people of Hawkins. Oh man, wow. Right, so one moment from the trailer that left the fandom up in arms is a shot of Eddie Munson's grave with the words "Burn in Hell" scrawled over his name, seemingly in blood. Elsewhere in the teaser, Dustin wears rings that may have belonged to Eddie, or at least seem to be inspired by his style. So following his death in season 4, Eddie's presence is still massively felt in the teaser for season 5. Some fans have wondered if this could point to a resurrection for Eddie, and considering this is very possible in Dungeons & Dragons lore, it's not out of the question. However, narratively, it would completely ruin Eddie's tragic death last season if he was brought back. To honor his character, though, it's possible that he could help from beyond the grave. Perhaps the actual site of his grave will prove an important location in the series, or something he once said could prove key to defeating Vecna. Maybe something will be found among his possessions that will help the gang in the final battle. Either way, Eddie won't be forgotten this season in a hurry. Yes, so obviously one of the big theories for Eddie, and I forget the character's name in Dungeons & Dragons, but there's a parallel with Eddie and dying by the bats, because in Dungeons & Dragons, I believe Vecna's right-hand man is a risen from the dead vampire who ends up killing Vecna, and everyone was like, oh my god, Eddie is going to be this character. But when I was re-watching Stranger Things, another character that gets mauled by the bats, which you could find a parallel with vampires, but survives, is Steve. So it might not be like as close to him being the right-hand man, unless he's possessed by Vecna in season 5 and Steve attacks the gang and then turns and kills Vecna. Who knows? Yeah, there's obviously this big theory that Eddie will be coming back. There's a few things with this. Obviously, they would have kept the actor, Joseph. I had to have said it in this bit, surely. No, I can't think of the actor. My bad. Is literally Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. Basically, his career has gone from strength to strength to strength since season 4. I don't know if they would have been able to get him back. He's a busy guy. I hope they have, though, because although I see what they're saying, where it wouldn't completely ruin Eddie's tragic death at all, but I get that it would maybe take a little bit of the weight away from it if he did come back. But this is obviously a reaction. The burn in hell on the gravestone is obviously a reaction to the fact that everyone believes that Eddie started the Hellfire cult that summoned whatever the fuck has just split the town in half and also killed all those kids. So of course someone is gonna write fucking burn in hell on his gravestone, you know? Because they don't understand the truth. But I do believe that by the end of it, he will be exonerated. Dead or alive, he will be exonerated. His memory will be exonerated without a doubt. Will's connection to the Upside Down will save lives. Here we go. Double agent time, I reckon. When will Will Byers get a break? Certainly not in Season 5. Shots we've seen of Will from the season include him hopping among the trees as he attempts to escape Vecna's clutches and screaming for everyone else to run as he looks more haunted than ever before. So safe to say it's not going to be a fun time for Will again. But after all this time, Will has grown pretty used to his connection to the Upside Down. What may have been purely a source of horror previously could end up proving pretty useful this time around, and we wouldn't be surprised if Will ends up using that connection to save his friends. Almost certainly. I don't think he's going to have like powers he can harness or anything like that, but he has the tingle on his neck, so he knows when Vecna's about. That's a big one. You know, that's very fucking handy. But yeah, there's no doubt Will Byers has not had a break really throughout the entirety of it. But then that's the whole point of his character. You know, he is connected to the Upside Down because of what happened to him in Season 1 and Season 2 by being connected and going back and getting possessed by the Mind Flayer. So yeah, no doubt Will is going to be integral, possibly as integral as 11 in this season, which is super exciting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how his character arc finishes. I have seen an interview with Noah Schnapp where he says the audience is going to be devastated at the end, and there's going to be a lot of deaths. There's going to be so many deaths. I might do a tier list of like survivability that I think is going to survive. But there's no doubt it's going to be absolutely devastating, and I think a lot of them are going to die. They could all die. Imagine if they just lost. That was the end. Vecna won. I know people would hate that, but 11's got to die. Hopper's got to die. Steve's probably dead. I reckon Dustin is going to die. I reckon Will's going to die. I think those 5 are nailed on. Yikes. An open-ended finale. It's no secret that the world of Stranger Things will continue beyond the original series. Ooh, an animated spin-off series, Stranger Things Tales from 85, is already in the works, and it certainly wouldn't be surprised if more come our way. To that end, it would make sense for the series to end in an open-ended way. Sure, we'd expect our character arcs to be wrapped up, but the end of the final episode will likely show some remnant of Vecna or Will's connection to the Upside Down that could still prove harmful in the future. Alternatively, perhaps the last episode will take us back in time to Henry Creel's youth to set up a new story based on the stage show The First Shadow, which I really want to see. One thing's for sure, the impact of Stranger Things Season 5 will be felt for a long time. If it's anything like, I mean, Season 4, I know I'm not alone in this, but maybe I'm not in the majority, but I think Season 4 is a masterpiece. I think Season 4 is one of the greatest seasons of television I've ever seen. Production value, acting, everything. I just thought the story, fantastic. I absolutely loved it. In an almost narcissistic, all the world's about me way, I'm so happy that me doing those Season 4 theory videos is what got me over the line to 100k to achieve my dream of getting a silver play button. Right, I see silver plaques behind me. And so it's nice that a series that I love so much, like Stranger Things, I will always have that like personal connection to. It's completely irrelevant to this video. I just thought I'd just express that. But I really hope that they finish Season 5 well. And they don't Game of Thrones it, or anything like that. But that's some theories. There's more theories out there. If you want to see some more, hit that like button. Let me know. I absolutely love Stranger Things. I'm happy to talk about Stranger Things. I can't wait for it to start in November. I know we've got a little bit of time, but I thought, hey, the trailer's just come out. People are hyped for it. Let's fucking send it with some theories. Let me go bigger. Let's send it with some theories. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more, all that good stuff. I've got Patreon, patreon.com/DutyRhino, where you can see all behind the scenes, extra content, all that stuff that helps support us for the investigations and content like that. So, appreciate you. Check out the Etsy shop as well, Drip Paranormal, and the podcast, Drip Paranormal Podcast. It's a good time. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It's good to be back as well. This is the first like video I've made like this, sat down in like 2 years. It's good to be back, baby. See you soon. Sweet on, guys.